Good morning.
Good morning, man. Happy weekend.
Yes, happy weekend. It's the first time we do one on the weekend. I think it's going to be a fun one.
As always.
As always. All right, it's 11:01 a.m. Think we can get started? What do you
Yeah,
think?
let's just kick it off.
All right. So, open beta has been out there for a couple weeks now. It's been fun seeing everyone play, and we're still pushing updates almost every single day, sometimes twice, 3 times a day. Ricky, anything you want to say before we get started about what's been happening?
Not really. I mean, we'll be covering a bit of it during today's event. Um, just that we're always building. We're getting everything, you know, to the point where people can enjoy playing the game nonstop, and I think we're getting there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. In terms of Mac version, I know last week we talked about this last week, but any updates on Mac users, how they can download stuff like that?
Yeah, we removed access to the Mac like last week because we identified some problems with the launcher, but those are fixed now. So Mac is back online. You can download it on our website. The only thing is that because Apple takes a while to actually certify uh, the launcher, the application, um, you're just gonna have to go through a few steps to actually like allow the app to run on your computer. Um, Everything is
Yeah,
on the website. So in the download now page, you'll be able to see all these details. I won't bore you with details. If you need any support or help figuring out how to authenticate the app on your Mac, just speak with someone on our team on Discord, and we'll sort you out.
yeah, that's right. So Metamon.gg, Mac users, you can download from there. Again, you need any help, just pop into our Discord and we'll help you out. We'll also be publishing a blog specifically on this, just to help you out with onboarding for Mac users. So that'll probably be published in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out. And yeah, let's get started. We've got some good updates, game updates, reveals as always, and a pretty special giveaway in my opinion. Because this week we're changing things up a bit. But before we get into all that, a small announcement for you guys. We recently started our Reddit account, so we encourage you to get on there. It's our Metamon crew. Not many users there as of right now. We literally just kicked it off this week, but we'll be planning to ramp up activity on Reddit over the next few months as we get closer to mainnet. So again, our Metamon crew, you'll see us there. You'll see, we'll be posting all of our updates everywhere, whether it's Twitter or Discord, but we haven't until now done Reddit. So this is exciting, and we hope to see you there. Now, the game updates. Let's
Yeah,
just get right into it.
spicy stuff.
It is
Um,
spicy stuff. It is
should,
spicy
should, should
stuff.
I just
So
like go over the list maybe of key updates that we've had this week?
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So like last week we did announce that we're gonna have an update for capturing monsters, capturing metamons, and now that's in. So metamon cards
Oh
have
yeah.
been added, and you can capture your monsters. um, they'll not drop a card like the ones you see on the screen right now. and you have to extract to earn them. So capture the card, you'll find these cards drop off from a monster once you capture it, or in loot boxes. And all you need to do is extract to earn that monster and keep it in your inventory. There's also new quests that have been added. There's like 5 new quests in the map. There's a new forest area added to the map. There's new mini-map icons to make it much clearer as you maneuver through the environment. So you'll see it like blip and make it easier for you to actually process the information. And then we also updated the menace mode with a ping system, so it will now show you nearby human players. And also we've updated the AIs so that new players, like it's a bit easier for new players up until you hit a certain level of XP. And also that is tied back into the Metamon captures, so that if you're just starting off the game, the drop rate of the Metamon captures is going to be lower, but it just gets higher and higher the more experience you have in the game. So Metamon cards are like kind of the like the you'll find them easier as you get more XP, right? But of course, the bots also get harder as you get more XP.
Yeah, we got some feedback from the community about Menace and how it might be difficult for new players to get onboarded because they're fighting a group of very advanced players who are playing Supremacy. So we made some adjustments to that to make it easier for new people to learn how to play and for their skills to increase over time. Now back to the cards, and specifically I want to talk about the cards because it has a lot to do with our giveaway this week. So you'll find these cards, like Rookie said, either by defeating Wild Metamon. Once you kill one, they'll drop a card. Obviously, they will drop the corresponding card of what monster you killed. So you defeat a Sparky, you'll get a Sparky card. Once be more accurate, it's not when you kill it, it's when you capture it. So you stun the Metamon, and then you capture it, it drops a card, you collect the card. But you can also find them in loot boxes. Although it's rare, you will find them in loot boxes, so that's another way to get these cards. It's literally just you and your luck. Again, that's probably the harder way to get these cards in game. And once you collect all of them, as soon as you collect the card, you'll be able to see it in your roster, in your decks in the game. So after you exit the match in Metamon app, you will see in the meta decks what monsters you've captured. Now, if you capture duplicate monsters, we do record that in the back end, but you just won't see it on your meta decks for now, at least. So that's just another note. And yeah, it's a pretty big step for us because this kind of is a big element of the game loop. It's a big element of the entire kind of universe of Metamon, which is capturing these cool, fascinating monsters, and finally it's in. So enough about that. Let's show you some gameplay of actually, a player actually capturing some of these things, because it is pretty cool. And again, this has to do with this week's giveaway, so you should learn how to do it. So we'll show you some captures here.
So I think the graphics are pretty like it's not rendering properly on the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just we'll need to fix this for the next stream, but just keep that in mind. Whoever's watching, that this isn't actual quality or graphics. It's just an issue with the stream right now.
Yeah, it looks fine on my side, but yeah, we'll be posting these videos on socials so you can actually see the high def versions. But as you can see, there's kind of a few scenarios that you're seeing here. This last one is actually a boss fight. You know, that's just a side note, but you can see the couple cards there. The player, I believe these cards were already on the ground during the boss fight, so the boss didn't actually drop these, but you can see the player here capturing the Metamon, which I believe is just a right click. Is that correct? Metamon is stunned, capture, and here you go. The card's been dropped. In this specific case, you see the Metamon dropping some coins and other stuff. So obviously, it's not just cards. But yeah, there you go. Ruki, anything you want to add before we move on?
No, I think you covered it pretty well.
All right. What's next on the agenda?
I think it's time to show the new raw videos and reveals.
Yeah, actually, before that, we showed you the captures in combat. I do have a small clip of a capture from a loot box, so let me show you that as well. It's pretty straightforward, but here it is in any case. So yeah, there it is. Like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory, but these are rare. You won't find cards in loot boxes very often, but just to put it out there, they are in the game, so it is another way to get them. You saw right there, the player went, opened the loot box, got a bunch of loot and a Lilo card. Again, pretty straightforward. Now let's get to the fun part. Today's kind of character spotlight is one of my favorites. There's Raw. Is our kind of our insect business kind of character. Raw's been in the game for a long time now. Been improving the model and just make him look way better and improving the mechanics abilities. He has some pretty cool abilities. We'll get into those afterwards, but here's the Raw video. So
Yeah, pretty
here it
cool.
is.
Right? Again, great work from
Yeah.
Uju, one of our artists. He's doing all these 3D videos and really great designs and composition.
Yeah, really awesome work. Just a very, very kind of creepy vibe to this character, but you know, I'm sure someone out there will favorite this guy for sure. Now, in terms of in-game abilities, like I said, Ra's been in the game since probably the beginning, so I know a lot of you had a lot of practice with this character. But he's got some pretty cool abilities. The I guess the most notable thing is the fact that he can fly. And I know there are multiple monsters that can fly, but Ra's flight is probably the best one. He goes the highest. He can fly probably for the longest as well. But here's a video of Ra's flight, and I'll talk to you a bit about how it works afterwards. So, like I said, he flies pretty high, can cover a lot of distance with his flight. The way it works is that he gains more altitude if the ground under him is higher. So say you're flying above a tall building, then you can get some extra kind of height from that. Like here in this clip, you can see him climbing the Crystal Temple, which is the highest element in the map. So like I said, you can see him, he's getting more height on top of that temple. Wherever he goes, he'll be able to fly even higher. And if you want to get to a high point and say there's a cliff and the ground kind of gets way lower, he'll maintain that height for a bit. He doesn't fly forever, so keep that in mind. He does need to touch the ground eventually. But again, the distance is pretty huge. It's good for beginners in a case where they want to escape a Metamon or an enemy of any sort. So you could use this guy to escape, but also you can use him to get kind of like a height advantage over your enemies. Another thing is kind of what the devs call tree surfing, which is, you know, jumping from tree to tree, jumping from roof to roof. Again, very good for maneuvering. Just overall very easy character to use.
Yeah, probably the easiest in our roster right now, and also I would say it's easiest in terms of maneuvering, but definitely there's some skill that's required when you start really shooting enemies and trying to deal damage. Purely because Ra's abilities are more like have to have a bit more focus, but there is area damage. So like you don't need to hit your enemies directly with the like poison shot or with the special, but like you do want to get it as close as possible, right, to deal more damage.
Yeah, there is definitely some of his abilities definitely get some area damage. Now, let's talk about those. Specifically, he's got 3 main abilities, and I'll get you some gameplay right now first. This gameplay is kind of raw, unedited footage. Just give me a sec here. So some clips might not have sound. Don't worry, that's not on your side. But he's got 3 main abilities. His primary, secondary, and his special. So here in these clips, you'll kind of see a bit of all of them.
When it comes to the primary, it's more it's like a poison, like bomb, like spit or something, and then the special is a poison bomb. But then you have this intermediary weapon, which is like these tiny bugs that will continuously deal damage to the enemy if you hit it near them. So
yeah,
very wide set of abilities, very unique as well. As always, every single monster in our universe has its own unique play style and abilities, and that helps kind of give this very unique feel when it comes to battles, because you're dealing with like a lot of different possibilities and combinations between you and your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. So again, primary attack is the poison bubble. Again, in these clips, you'll see all 3 of his attacks. It's kind of like a poisonous projectile. If you hit it directly, it deals a lot of damage, almost 32 points as it is right now. So it is a useful attack as a primary. The secondary is an insect swarm, which isn't my personal favorite, I'll be honest, but it is useful. Again, it gets a pretty good kind of array of attack. You don't have to hit it directly on the player, but if you do, the swarm kind of attaches to the player, and it deals damage to them over time. So if you do land it, it's a very good hit with lots of damage. And finally, the special attack, which you'll see like you'll see it again in those clips. I don't know what happened to the clip. I think it might be a lag on our side. But it's a special attack. It's kind of a bounce grenade. It's the most useful one to use while you're flying. You can hit it from very, very far. Again, it does bounce on the ground and then hits the enemy. So you'll see it again in the gameplay. I think there's a lag on our side from the gameplay. Let me try to upload it from another source.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're just getting used to the Restream platform. But yeah, the lag is pretty visible on my end as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Again, we'll be posting kind of like a summary of all of what we talked about today. So we'll be posting some of that gameplay. Just to finish up on the last special attack, one detail that's worth noting is the fact that you can detonate the bomb yourself. So if you fire the grenade and it bounces off a surface, like if it bounces off the ground, it has a timed explosion. It eventually will explode, not on impact, but it eventually will explode. The other way is by detonating it yourself. So you fire the grenade, and then you can detonate it by right-clicking right after launching the grenade.
Also, you can
so
hold
again,
the grenade before launching it, and like that also sets the timer in motion.
yeah, exactly. So again, like very versatile character. I think all of our monsters are, have something for everyone, so to speak. So it's very easy for new players to use Raw, experienced players as well, of course. But yeah, it's awesome. So without further ado, here's the Raw cards. They're awesome as always. Shout out to our artists for the amazing work they've been doing. But you've got 3 cool Raw battle poses here. And I know many of you are not fans of insects or bugs, but this character is awesome. So, yeah.
Lots of Digimon vibes for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Lots of Digimon vibes. So let me ask you a question, Rookie, because I'm sure many people are wondering, but why do we have 3 cards of the same monster? And like, do you want to kind of hint at, what's that going to serve in the future?
Yeah, for sure. So the idea is that we want to offer the ability for players to find different rarities of these monsters, but also want a way for us to expand the abilities and the types of stats that you can unlock from each of these monsters. So as you explore the map and come across these different monsters, you'll have different kind of levels, and those are represented by these cards. And that kind of is the initial step towards building up your character and your monster and manipulating stats. But like the idea for us is to kind of expand that monster into more gameplay that we can unlock for the players themselves.
Yeah, they look so cool. Shiny and nice. Anyway, that's the Raw cards for you guys. One thing back to the gameplay, again, this is a tip for you guys. But when you are trying to fly with Raw and someone hits you and deals damage to you, it'll stop you. When you're kind of taking off with the character, you have to make sure that no one's around you, because they can actually stop you from taking off. So that's another tip that I forgot to mention back there.
Let's try the video again of the abilities from the news source.
Yeah, sure. Let's give it a shot. That was much better, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We'll make sure to use that all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It was just with this source, unfortunately, we can't talk, so that's the only downside. But there you go. That's the overview on Raw. I do have a clip showing you the flight damage that I was talking about. So here it is. So yeah, you saw the character there kind of jumping up and falling back down. Again, they were being dealt damage by the other player. Eventually, they did manage to get up in the air, but that's just a tip for you while you're playing. So yeah, that's it. I don't think I have anything else to add on Raw for now. Rookie, what about you?
We're good. We're good. Um, I'm glad we were able to sort out the video issue.
Yeah, same here. Again, we'll be posting the other gameplay on Twitter, on Discord, so you guys can see it. Let's move on to the next thing before our giveaway. So, as always, we've got new monsters for you guys. Again, we're not adding any of these monsters to the meta decks just yet. Their abilities are unrevealed, their names are unrevealed, even their generation, their gen is unrevealed as well. But here are the 3 new cards for this week. I can't tell you when you'll find them in the game. I can't tell you when you'll be able to play with them. All I can give you right now is these pretty looking cards with some awesome monsters. They look sick as always.
What I will say is we will have a new meta decks up very, very soon, which will expand on all these monsters with both lore and statistics in game. So just keep an eye out, and you'll see very soon this new feature on our website.
Yeah, I'm excited. Everyone is excited for this. But there you go, guys. There's the new monsters for the week. Maybe we'll play around and let the community vote on some stuff for these monsters. We'll see. Nothing in the books yet. But let's get to the funnest part. Before we shut out the stream, we have a fun giveaway for you this week. And if you're watching live, then you do have an advantage in this giveaway. But we talked about the cards that are in the game earlier today at the beginning of the stream. Again, this is a big update, but you can actually go capture these cards right now in the game. So we're doing a pretty fun giveaway for anyone who captures the 5 cards. They'll be able to enter a raffle for some pretty good prizes. So we're giving away gift cards, real gift cards for your favorite services out there. We're giving away meta coins for the winner. Essentially, all you got to do is go in the game, capture all the monsters that are in the game right now. There's only 5 or 6 of them. Once you have all 6 cards, automatically your account will be entered into the raffle. Once we have all the raffle entries, we will obviously pick one winner to take home the meta coins and gift card or gift cards. We still haven't revealed the exact prize. But again, if you're watching this live, you have an advantage, and I'll tell you why. Because we are not launching this giveaway publicly just yet. So we will be launching this on Twitter, Discord, pretty much everywhere. We will be launching this campaign sometime next week, probably Monday or Tuesday. Again, we still haven't told anyone about this campaign yet. But if you manage to get all 6 cards before tomorrow, which is Sunday, and probably around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll double your raffle entries. So you'll get 2 raffle entries instead of 1. If you're capturing duplicates, that doesn't count. Again, you're only getting 1 raffle entry for all monster captures. So go to metamon.gg, download the game, go capture some monsters, man. Kill them, go to loot boxes, scour the map, do whatever you got to do. Once you get those monsters, your auto entry into the raffle, and we'll be giving out the prizes sometime, not this coming week, but the week after. So again, we're launching this publicly in a few days. If you do it today or tomorrow before Sunday, you get 2 raffle entries instead of 1. So I encourage you all to hustle, get in the game, and try to hunt some monsters.
Yeah. Gotta capture them all.
Yeah, exactly. So in terms of details on the actual prize, again, we haven't released any of those details yet, but I'll tell you this, there will be a good pile of meta coins for the winner of the raffle. I won't tell you how much exactly just now, but there's going to be a pretty good amount there for the raffle winner. And then in terms of the gift cards, again, we haven't decided what value of gift card, whether it's going to be 1 gift card, 2 gift cards. We still will announce all of that once we make the campaign public, which will be probably on Monday or Tuesday. So if you're here now, you're here early and you have an advantage. So go get your raffle tickets.
Happy hunting, everyone. Let's wrap this up.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining. As always, this was recorded. I know it'll be posted online. So if you missed it, don't worry, you can still watch it. And like Ruki said, happy hunting, and we'll see you next week.